The Shooter Shack. Welcome to the Shooter Shack. I shoot at like 80%. Where the hell they do that at? Where the hell they do that at? Welcome to the Shooter Shack. The Shooter Shack. I help you make your money back. Like where they do that at? I shoot 80%. Every Sunday with the kid. I'll make your money back. I shoot 80%. Every Sunday with the kid. Like where they do that at? I shoot 80%. Like every single Sunday with the kid. Yeah, yeah.
What's going on? Pat Gregoire here down in the Shooter Shack with none other than the Shooter himself, and we want to wish all the Shooter faithful down south of the border a very happy Thanksgiving. And me personally, it's one of my favorite holidays. Even though we're up here in Canada, we still get to enjoy a full day of football.
Well, there's nothing better, Patty, on a Thursday than cracking into a couple cold ones, tucking that heavy bird into the oven, sitting back and watch things play out. So why don't you enjoy your Thanksgiving down there at all the Shooter faithful? I'm going to give you 6 opportunities to make some cash. And what do you say, Patty? Let's get into that Shooter 6.
All right, first up, we have the New York Football Giants sitting at 7-3, taking on the winless Cleveland Browns at 0-10. But it looks like you're rocking the brown and orange this week.
Well, let me tell you right now, it's not the favorite color I've ever worn. But the Red Hot Giants are looking to slap a little bit of extra gravy on the taters this Sunday. And I'll tell you, the Giants, 4-1 against the spread in their last 5, and they are 5-0 straight up in that same 5. They got that 3-headed monster at wide receiver that's looking to put a few extra cranberries on the plate this weekend in Cleveland. And we've all seen the Cleveland Browns choking on the salty truth, and there is no signs of them getting that turkey down smooth. You're looking at me and you're wondering, what's this guy doing wearing a Browns jersey? Are they going to crack that goose egg this week? Not a chance in hell. The reason I'm wearing this jersey is because they're going to make me a few scoots this week. I'm taking the Giants at -6. Do what you have to do to get them there. Head over to your auntie's house, suck back a home-cooked meal, and I'll meet you at the bank at 4 p.m. to cash it in. I like the Giants at -6.
Next up, we got the Battle of the Birds on Turkey Day. You got the Arizona Cardinals sitting at 4-5-1, taking on the Atlanta Falcons at 6-4. Shooter, where are we stuffing our money?
Well, you're going to stuff your money right where I tell you to, Patty. And West Coast teams traveling to the East Coast for 1 p.m. games in recent history has been as good as death. I'll tell you right now, the Atlanta Falcons are 7-3 in their last 10 against the Cardinals and 6-3 overall in their last 9. While the Cardinals, still fighting the truth, are 1-4 in their last 5 and 1-4 on the road against the spread in their last 5. Now, I keep asking myself, what's going on with Carson Palmer? You can't seem to get that offense going. Your defense is ticking, but you're not winning games like you used to. And this Sunday, you're going to be drowning in the gravy boat with your family. So let me tell you this. It's going to sting because the Arizona Cardinals are my team. But in sports wagering, you bet with your brain and not your bird. I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons at -3, and I'm going to head over to Grandma's house, slurp back some of that pumpkin pie, put a few scoots in the retirement fund, and locking it in. I got the ATL Falcons at -3.
All right, next one, we have 2 teams, both at a 6-4 record, and there is a ton on the line on this one. You got the Minnesota Vikings shipping up to the Motor City, taking on the Detroit Lions.
Well, this is a classic NFC North matchup and bigger than ever because this one is for the sole possession of first place. And I'll tell you right now, the Cats have been on a tear recently. They have won 5 of their last 6 against the spread, and they are 5-1 in their last 6 at home. On the other end of the coin, you got the Minnesota Vikings, 1-4 in their last 5, and they're also 2-4 straight up in their last 6 at Ford Field. This one starts early. Grandma's just going to be throwing that heavy bird into the oven when this one kicks off. So grab a seat on the couch, crack open a cold one, and enjoy it. Because when this one ends and you're carving into that heavy bird, you let Grandma know, hey, that bird's on you. Because I like the Lions at -2.
All right, next up, we've got everyone's new favorite segment. It's the Shooter field goal. So I'm going to tee you up 3, and you're going to nail them up the uprights.
Laces out, Patty. Let's get her done, kid.
All right, let's get going here. You got the San Diego Chargers at 4-6, taking on the Houston Texans with the opposite record at 6-4.
Well, 3 of the last 4 of these 2 teams' matchups have gone over the total, and I see the same thing happening again. I got the over 45.
Next, we have the San Francisco 49ers at 1-9, taking on the red-hot Miami Dolphins at 6-4.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the Dolphins have won 5 straight, and I think this is going to be number 6. The question is, how much do they win by? If you need to buy the point and a half, wherever your site shows you, you get them down to minus 6.5, and you can gobble all over that bird, because I like to fish.
Last but not least, you've got the Carolina Panthers at 4-6, taking on the Oakland Raiders at 8-2, making a huge statement on Monday Night Football.
Well, I'm not sure if it was the Oakland Raiders that made the statement or if it was the officiating, because that was embarrassing. Twice Houston had the first down, but they shipped it to the Raiders. However, the black hole on Sunday is going to be loud, and it's going to be a tough place to play in, and those first place Raiders are coming to play. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing on this game, and I'm going to take a little bit of extra turkey. I'm going to pull it off the bird, and I'm going to tuck it underneath the table for the pups. Same thing as I'm doing with my play. I'm taking the under 50.5, and you can lock that one in and teabag your bookie.
Well, folks, there's your Shooter 6 for Week 12, Thanksgiving edition of the Shooter Shack. Brett, let's remind the folks at home, where are we putting our dough?
Well, I'll tell you right now, we got the Giants at -6. We got the Atlanta Falcons at -3. We have the Detroit Lions at -2. We got San Diego and Houston going over 45. We got the Miami Dolphins at -6.5. And we have the Oakland Raiders and the Carolina Panthers under 50.5. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to wish the Shooter faithful down south a happy Thanksgiving. I want to thank Patty for joining us once again down here in the Shooter Shack. All of you guys watching, make sure to subscribe at the bottom of the page to the YouTube channel. Follow me on all the social media platforms. And we're going to keep this baby rolling. We're 36, 11-1, the #1 professional handicapper in the world today. We're looking forward to Bird Day Thursday, and make sure you get your picks in early. Just like Grandma's tucking that bird into the oven, I want you to get your picks in early because the wise guys are watching. So thanks again from all of us down here at the Shooter Shack, and we'll see you next week for another one.